Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch Hello Good Game. Zendikar Rising is here and Landfall is busted. 100% absolutely broken. You guys are going to be just absolutely speechless after this video. Lotus Cobra. This is what it all revolves around. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, add 1 mana of any color. We can play additional lands each turn with things like Uro, Cultivate, and then we can double those landfall triggers with another busted landfall card, Ancient Greenwarden. Whenever a land enters the battlefield and it causes landfall to trigger, it causes it to trigger an additional time, which can throw us into huge spells like Genesis Ultimatum, which further triggers and empowers our landfall because it will play, not only these permanents like Lotus Cobra, like our Green Warden, but it will also put additional lands into the battlefield, which will trigger all of those things again. So it's kind of like a self-perpetuating loop of, ultimate ramp and destruction. So as always, we're breaking down the deck list in its entirety. We're going to talk about the deck's strategies and synergies. How do all of those individual cards come together to form a really well-working, coherent archetype? And then we're going to watch some gameplay footage from today's pre-release event. It's absolutely amazing. There's a lot of people running Lotus Cobra. Screw Temur rogues. Lotus Cobra is where all the cool kids have been hanging out, as far as I'm concerned. So with that all out of the way, if you find any value within this video, go ahead, give me a thumbs up and share the channel out to a friend. The deck starts out with 4 copies of Gilded Goose. This is a 0/2 with flying. When it enters the battlefield, create a food token. We can pay 2 plus tapping the goose to create a food token at any time. And then we can also tap it to sacrifice a food, adding 1 mana of any color. And this is just that initial little bit of ramp to get us going. We have 4 copies of Lotus Cobra, our only 2-drop. It's a 2/1 with Landfall. We already talked about it, but whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, add 1 mana of any color. And this is a non-legendary creature. You can stack Lotus Cobra. Wow. Into our 3-drops, you guys all know Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath. This is a 6/6, and when it enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless it's escaped. Whenever Uro enters the battlefield or attacks, you gain 3 life, draw a card, and you may play an additional land from your hand to the battlefield this turn. It has escape for 4, 2 green, 2 blue from your mana pool, plus exiling 5 other cards from your graveyard to bring it back into play without it being sacrificed as a 6/6. We have 4 copies of Kazandu Mammoth. This has Kazandu Valley on the flip side. It's one of the module dual-faced cards. It enters the battlefield tapped as a land, and then the Mammoth, or Elephant, is a 3/3 with Landfall, and whenever a land enters the battlefield, the Mammoth gets +2/+2 until end of turn. We have a single copy of Scute Swarm. This is a 1/1 with Landfall, and whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. If you control 6 or more lands, create a token that's a copy of Scute Swarm instead. And now this is a card that we could definitely begin to abuse within the deck, as you guys see in a few minutes. 3 copies of Cultivate. Search your library for up to 2 basic lands. Reveal those cards, put 1 into the battlefield tapped and the other into your hand, and then shuffle your library. This is a great way to just pull land, trigger your landfall right now, and then you can trigger it next turn with an additional land from your library as well. So Cultivate is very powerful when combined with these landfall decks. Of course, we had to include your boy, Omnath, Locus of Creation. This is the new legendary Omnath, 4/4 elemental. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. That's just great value right there. It has Landfall, and whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 4 life. If this is the first time this ability has resolved this turn, if it's the second time, you add 4 mana. If it's the third time, Omnath deals 4 damage to each opponent and each planeswalker you don't control. 4 copies of Genesis Ultimatum for 7 sorcery speed. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. Put any number of permanent cards from among them into the battlefield and the rest into your hand. Again, anything that's not a permanent goes into your hand, like Cultivate, so you just cast that later and re-trigger your landfall. Everything else right into the battlefield, all of your creatures, all of your land. So that's awesome. 4 copies of Phylath, World Sculptor, I don't know, let me know in the comments. It's a 5/5, and when the World Sculptor enters the battlefield, create a 0/1 green plant creature token for each basic land you control, and then a landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, You put 4 +1/+1 counters on target plant you control. And of course, 4 copies of Ancient Greenwarden for 6. It's a 5/7 with reach, and you may play lands from your graveyard. If a land entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control, aka a Landfall, that ability triggers an additional time. And again, this is non-legendary, so a stackable effect. These spells are accompanied by single planes, 3 islands, 4 Riverglide Pathways / Lava Guide Pathways, 4 Cragcrown Pathways / Timbercrown Pathways, 2 mountains, 5 forests, 4 Ketria Triomes, and 4 Fabled Passages. We only have access to best of 1 today, so there's no sideboard, no traditional best of 3 shenanigans. That's the deck list. Let's break down what makes this deck, and specifically Landfall, so powerful. We mentioned Lotus Cobra. There's some really big synergies with Lotus Cobra here. The first and foremost is Fabled Passage. Fabled Passage is a land. When it enters, it triggers the Cobra. You add mana, you sacrifice the passage, a new land comes out, boom, triggers the Cobra again. And that's with 1 Cobra. Imagine if you have 2 Cobras, and that's with 1 Fabled Passage. Imagine playing a Fabled Passage, doing that, and now playing an Uro into another Fabled Passage. Aww? Right? You can see just how powerful that's going to get off not much input. You know, that's just your basic play route that you would already take. That's insane. This is going to throw our mana, you know, up catastrophically, easily allowing us to play Uro for 4. Like, what is that even? That's no amount of mana to us, you know, getting right into our Genesis ultimatums. I had a match where I played 4 ultimatums in 1 turn, and I still had plenty of mana. We're talking about unlimited mana, basically. It's absolutely sickening. So this deck is 100% busto. I'm not sure what more I can say about it. You know, try to ramp as hard as you can. Focus your opening hands on getting those Lotus Cobras, getting stuff like Uro to play on top of your Lotus Cobra, your Fabled Passage, and then your primary goal is just hitting that Genesis ultimatum as fast as you can, flooding the field with powerful things like the World Sculptor, the Greenwarden, you know, making all of those tokens. The Swarm is really powerful as well if you start doubling up and multiplying those landfall triggers. So this is an amazing base shell for Temur Landfall. We can obviously add different cards in here for spice. We've seen the Minotaur was really cool. We would like to add something that gives our permanents haste, so when we flood the field we can just attack and end the game. I think that would be ideal, but this is what we have to work with today. Check out you know, the Lotus Cobra and how well it works. It's absolutely amazing. Thanks for watching, you guys. Enjoy today's gameplay footage. I'm live on YouTube every morning at 6 a.m. At 7 we switch to Twitch, and then we're back on YouTube at 6 p.m. every single day. So new content for you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel out to a friend, and get in on our 500,000 gem giveaway. We still have like 350k to give away, and we have free entry monthly tournaments with cash prizes as well that you should not be missing on to help grow your collection. So links for everything in the description below, and a big shout out to MTGA Arena Assistant today, which we are using as our Magic the Gathering Arena tracker. It's providing us with metagame analysis, event analysis, deck videos, deck write-ups, our collection stats, our own deck stats. Everything you need is in there. You can download that with the Overwolf link also in the description below. That's it from me, you guys. Thanks so much again for your time and attention. Enjoy this Temur Landfall deck focused on Lotus Cobra and Genesis Ultimatum. It is absolutely busted, and we'll be back soon with another video. So, quick disclaimer here. Some of my better footage did get corrupted in the editing / rendering process somehow. I have no idea, but I can't render it. So we have this video, which is great. It's got the deck tag. It's got a few matches in it, so it's great. But don't forget to watch the standalone video, or part 2 to this video, which has my better matches that were corrupted and that I'm not able to render, but I can still upload them on their own. I just can't put them into the hole. So thanks for checking that out, and enjoy the rest of these matches. I can't wait. Everybody and their mom will be playing Temur Rogues today. It's gonna be good, we get it, but I want to do something else, right? Something that's not this. Alright. That's still fine. The one thing about the Lotus Cobra that's quite nice is you can get going. And if they mill land, we can actually play the lands that they mill. So let's play the Cobra. We could play for 2, right? If we play the Plains, add a green, play our second Cobra, right? It only makes sense. And now we just need a few Fabled Passages, and we're going to be all set. Again, if they have removal, it's a bad time. That's one thing that's really nice about pre-release is everybody's so focused on these new cards that not a lot of people use a ton of removal. Big shout out to MTGA Arena Assistant for already being updated. That's so awesome. So, let's add ourselves a blue source. That'll add 2 additional mana. 1 red, 1 green. And then we can play our World Sculptor, which is pretty cool. Hopefully there's no, you know, removal. LOL. Counters are included in this. Lofty Denial. Okay, okay. This is a good play. We did get hit for 4, though. We do need that Ancient Greenwarden. We have 3 copies left. Cultivate, Fabled Passage. The one thing about the Lotus Cobra is you could pull up a lot of land like we've done here. It doesn't matter what we add here. We'll be cycling our Triome. The Goose can block the Soaring Thought Thief. That's semi-good. Let's add their own colors, juke them out. Take a cycle. There it is! Come to Daddy. Let's flood the field a little bit more. Lotus Cobra works really well in conjunction with Genesis Ultimatum because of the lands that hit the field. And we didn't want to block because of something just like this. You know, Dimir Rogues is filled with flash. Oh, they get 2 Green Wardens off the top when we were about to Ultimatum. What kind of sick human being is this? That's 3 total. We only have 1 left. Woof. There's Omnath on our 4th Green Warden? Are you serious? Dang. 1, 2, 3, and 4 out of our first bunch of cards right as we're about to Ultimatum. Can you get shut down harder than that, you guys? All vivant is a win. They are probably just so pleased with themselves. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just take that big hit, I guess? I don't know. Let's throw 1 Goose into the Borrower. I think it's a fairly safe block. Could have blocked the Enforcer maybe too. I don't know. Those are some tough rogues, man. Those are some tough rogues. If there's a counter spell, we lose. Let's try to remember this. They're tapping themselves out. Let's see what else they mill of ours. Okay, an Uro, whatever. You know, the hefty graveyard makes playing Uro more feasible, at least. There's another. We need to add a green source. We may as well add 2 of them. Counterspell City. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. No. Good game. No attacks. We got hit with 2 perfect counterspells that game. It is what it is. Again, I'm avoiding Ugin. I'm avoiding Temur rogues. You know, maybe those 2 principles are going to be our downfall today. Let's just take it on the chin. There's no need to put up a fight where there is none. So a good game to you, sirs, and let's move on, trying to find a win here. You know, this is no better. Like, whatsoever. Pause it one more time. This is rough. Greenwardens can go. Let's get beat down again. Try and play. Cobra's nice, and we can play these as lands. Enter's tapped, but at the end of the day, if it's triggering our Cobra, does that really matter? It's not net positive value, but it's also not negative. Alright, the Archpriest of Iona is a strong card, and it only gets stronger is the thing. Let's just play it as the creature so we've got that defender. We'll hit for our 2 damage. And then maybe they don't see it coming, but we could just Landfall, right? Just Fabled Passage the heck out of them. The Hollow Blade's pretty cool. You know, the 3/2 can still attack. We're not going to block. And then they've got good defenders against us as well, right? Adding a red mana source here. Sack our passage. Pulling an island. Adding a green source here, and you see just how powerful this mammoth can get. So let's spaz out. Goose are just kind of dead in hand right now. We get the 4 tokens. Oh, sorry, only 2. And, you know, we may as well attack. They're just gonna sack the Hollow Blade, maybe discard a card to give it indestructible. Maybe that helped and didn't mess up my green screen too bad. No, it definitely did. That's on this side? It must be. I thought we could get away with that. It's actually not too bad. Scooch my chair in a little bit. Or maybe I'll just cover it. Right? Get over here. So if we can get this Greenwarden in play, that'd be awesome. Kind of a dead turn for us, and they're building up quite sufficiently. And here I am messing with my blinds. Oh gosh. I don't think we're attacking, we're just kind of gonna plead the 5th. Try to hang out. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we can pull that 7th, we will be good to ultimatum soon. But getting hit with a flyer, right, it's what, a 5/7? Oh, they've just put it on themselves. Not pleasant. We could sack a food for life gain. That's probably our best bet. Is what it is. So we definitely want to eat this food here. We don't get to play our Warden now. And we're not finding any more land, which is pretty annoying. But we get to hang out, play defensively. And our turn. 7-5, pretty cool. The Beacon of Unity is also like absolutely deadly as far as I'm concerned. Kind of weird to play, but as far as just like a cool looking card goes, yeah. Mimic gets to copy something. Oh, nice. Copies the Archpriest. That's really, really good. Alright, we're blocking the 8-6. Woof. This is all over. We don't have enough to pull our ultimatum. Cobra at this point does nothing. We'll just hand out the good game. No attacks, end turn. And yeah, this is just what, Boros party bash down. 'Tis a pleasure. The Archpriest of Iona is going to be a formidable card within ranked for the months to come, without a doubt. It's just, it's powerful. I mean, it is what it is. We see Ugin. I didn't want to run Ugin. I'm going to quit complaining about it. I just wanted to do it one more time real quick. The deck would be great with Ugin. What it would also be great with is haste. If we had haste that round, we would have won. So I think, you know, we don't have to go the Ugin route. We could just be sneaky, add some haste, and bash our opponents in infinitely on turn 4 and turn 5 via the Lotus Cobra Landfall ramp, which is psycho. It's so good. I can't get over it. Playing 4 Genesis ultimatums in one turn. Wow. Quite literally, if our opponent didn't have an Ugin or a wipe there, it was game over, which is why we need to incorporate haste into the deck. So thanks for watching, you guys. Let me know what you thought of the deck, how you'd upgrade it other than, you know, maybe adding our own Ugin or adding some haste to the deck. I really like the thought of that Minotaur as well. But again, haven't you already won the game at that point? So let's just sneak a permanent that gives all our guys haste. I think that's going to be the best route. Let me know in the description below, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video to all of your friends. We need to make sure that our YouTube channel thrives in Zendikar. And stay tuned for some free-to-play content. Once we get all of this really cool jank content out for the day, we're going to switch over and try to make some free-to-play decks for you guys when you get access to Zendikar Rising tomorrow, because I'm sure you got your 50 packs and I doubt you're going to save them and draft and open them later. You don't have the resolve. Don't worry, I know. Take care, you guys. Thanks again, and we'll see you soon.